Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Of course, back with Tim. Been a few weeks. I wanted to give a little update on kind of the retail climate, getting some questions as well as some recent press. Tim, first things first, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jason. How are you today?
Yeah, good, good. Ontario, full lockdown. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, onwards. Summer obviously looking close, but things are good. Things are good.
Good.
Um, but yeah, let's dive into it. I figure let's kick off with the press release, if that works for you. Kind of completes acquisition of the manufacturing and packaging facility. Do you want to kind of chat about this? The milestone it is for Haven. Also, kind of what's next.
Sure. It's a significant milestone. We announced the transaction some time ago that we were in negotiations and due diligence, and after a lot of work, we've got through that and we closed the transaction. We're now the owners of a manufacturing facility in Richmond, British Columbia, which is enabling for us on a few fronts. First of all, it gives us a revenue stream because there's an existing business that we are acquiring. So we'll be in revenue starting this month, and not that it'll be particular material until we get into our next fiscal year. Our fiscal year ends April 30th, so May 1st is the beginning of a new year for Haven Life. Um, but yeah, it gets us into revenue. It gets us formulation and manufacturing capabilities. We will be using that to expand into some adjacent categories, some functional food categories with our mushroom products. And it also allows us to bring some manufacturing of those products in-house to lower our cost of goods and improve our gross margin. So it has a lot of benefits for us, and we're excited to close the transaction.
Yeah, no, awesome. And kind of leads right into what else we wanted to chat about, which is kind of update retail wise. And it sounds like there's some exciting press releases coming, expansion into other products and things like that. I'm sure we'll do a deeper dive, but I kind of want to go back, revenue generating, I don't know if we say psychedelic company or whatever, but have you seen another one? I think, you guys might be one of the first.
Yeah, well, it's because we have this two-pronged approach with both
Yeah.
the natural health products and the psychedelics that it gives us a better path to revenue, and that was the strategy all along. That the psychedelics are a long path, despite the fact that we see revenue opportunity within the next 12 months for us by being a supplier of psychedelic APIs to researchers and formulators. The NHP products, natural health products, have a much more accelerated path because the legislation around that is easier to navigate, and gets us to market quicker.
Yeah. Awesome. No, I know there's a lot of excitement, and we'll have some good updates as things go. I know there's some other exciting Haven updates as well. Been a few weeks. Curious if you had an update about your trip to Jamaica.
Yeah, so we have a team on the ground in Jamaica. It's an opportunity for us to accelerate our business plan and to validate some of our protocols. So we have the team there working on a facility to grow mushrooms and do extraction and some formulation. And that's moving very well. We're quite excited that we've found a partner with Haifa Wellness that gives us access to a GMP compliant facility so that we'll be able to export those products, those psychedelic compounds from Jamaica to Canada, the US, and Europe to appropriately licensed third parties. So we expect to be shipping product from there in the second half of 2021 and allowing us to pursue the supply agreements that we have with a number of different partners. So yeah, we'll be shipping naturally derived psilocybin compounds in the second half of this year.
Wow. One quick question from that is, why Jamaica?
Well, first of all, the law in Jamaica around psilocybin, it's a functional food, so it's under the Ministry of Agriculture rather than the Ministry of Health. The second reason is that it's a country where English is spoken. We could have done this in Brazil or Portugal or potentially the Netherlands, but those places are further away, a little bit harder for people that are native speakers in English. And I guess finally, Jamaica is not a bad place to go and spend a bit of time, particularly during a Canadian winter.
For sure. Well, look, some good updates. Obviously, we can, we've dove into some of those topics before, and we can dive into them more in the future. And looking forward to the second half of 2021 for that product. Last chance. Anything else Haven related you wanted to get into?
No, I mean, we continue to be focused on executing against our business plan. We continue to look for merger and acquisition opportunities that will either accelerate or amplify that plan. There's many opportunities in the space, and we'll keep looking at those, and the ones that are right, we'll be pursuing. So, I'm hoping that we have news on that front in the coming months. Nothing to report today other than we keep looking.
Awesome. Well, obviously, thanks for joining. Looking forward to doing a little update soon, hopefully related to some shipments. A lot of excitement around that. And Tim, again, thanks so much for joining.
Thanks, Jason. You have a great afternoon.